Okay, so our today's plan, inshallah, today's plan. What should we do today, inshallah? We need to complete unit. Which unit?
3.
Unit 3, right? And
Yes.
check your homework, right? You have any question? What did you study yesterday?
Countable and uncountable.
Okay, yes, it was a really important lesson for you. How to use, how to differentiate between noun, countable and non-countable noun or uncountable nouns, right? Could you give me some examples of countable nouns, or what I mean by countable nouns?
Countable nouns.
Yeah.
Apples.
Okay, apples. Okay. So why apples a countable noun, in your opinion? Yeah, why can I say an apple, apples, a book, books, for example?
Yes.
Okay, so apples countable because it can be plural apples or it can be singular an apple. Type uncountable nouns like what?
Money. Water.
Okay. Water, perfect. Here again, uncountable nouns. I can't use a or an, or I can't put s or es or ies at the end of the noun. Right. Thank you, Sarah. So today, inshallah, let's start with listening part 2. Listening part 2. Can you see my screen?
No.
Right. So here, before we start listening, let me ask you, how often do you eat cake? Do you eat it when you have a special day?
No.
Okay. How often do you eat cake? Every week, every day, twice a day, for example, for every breakfast. What do you think? What about you?
Every week.
Okay, every week. You can say once a week. Do you eat it when you have a special day, maybe a birthday party or a wedding party?
And gathering, family gathering.
Perfect. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I eat cake.
Okay, so when you have a family meeting or a family gathering, you prefer to eat cake, yes? To have fun together and spend lovely time together. Or you can celebrate a special occasion. Right. So now, Sarah, in this part, you will listen to a talk, two people talking together, and you need to complete the missing gaps. Again, complete the missing gaps by writing one word only. This word may be a date, maybe a number, or maybe a word, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So here, match questions 1 to 5 to in exercise 3 with the answers A to F. Here, for example, a day or date, food, person's name, number, time, price. Can you match them with exercise 3?
Yes.
Here, time. Which one is time?
One.
Okay. Type where, room number.
2.
Okay. So here, D, you can write a number, right? So what I need to say here is, Sarah, please, before you listen, you need to read the questions. Why? To define the pieces of information that you need to focus while listening. Here, for example, question A, time. So when you listen, you need to focus on time, maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, half past 10, for example, a quarter to 10, any time. Where, so here, room number. So you need to write the number, the room number. Okay, so while listening, you need to give attention to the room numbers. Type cakes must include here flour, butter, sugar, and what? So when you listen to this part, you need to focus on the stuff or the ingredients that you need to make cake. Maybe sugar, maybe some fruit. Okay, it depends. More information, you can contact Mrs. So here you need to write the name, maybe person's name, Mrs. Hind, Mrs. Sarah, Mrs. Hala, for example, any name. And here, Mrs., after Mrs., you need to write female name. You need to write female name. Okay? Right. The next one, prize. Prize. This prize, you need to focus on what type of the prize. Maybe a watch, maybe some money, maybe a laptop, maybe a computer. It depends. Does it make sense? Clear?
Yes.
So
Yes.
now, what should we do? You should write, you will hear a teacher talking to his or her class about a cake competition. A cake competition. What does mean competition? In Arabic, what does it mean? Cake competition. يعني مسابقة يعني. Cake competition يعني cake contest. Cake contest يعني contest يعني مسابقة. Okay? Write one word, a number, or a date, or a time. Again, Sarah, to answer this question, you need to write one word only. Type before you start. A pen. How many words? One word or two words? A pen.
A pen.
Yes.
One.
No. Two words. Why? Because a is a word. An apple, for example. Again, an apple, two words. Because a or an means one. So, for example, if you write here a or an apple, for example, no, your answer is wrong. Why? Because you wrote two words. And here the instructions say what? Write one word only. Or a number, or a date, or a time. Is it clear, Sarah?
Yes.
So please write one word only. Okay, not two words. Ready to listen?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen and check. Let's stop sharing this. You will listen twice and answer the question.
Unit 3. Listening, Part 2. Exercise 3.
For these questions, write the correct answer in each gap. You will hear a teacher talking to her class about a cake competition. Write one word or a number or a date or a time.
At Cooking Club next week, we're having a cake competition. You can make the cake at home over the weekend and bring it to school. Here's the information. It's on Monday, the 3rd of May. School starts at 9 o'clock as usual, and all cakes need to be on their plates and ready at 9:45. That's when the head teacher will look at them and decide which one is best. The competition will be in the room next to the school kitchen. That's room 425. You can ask for directions from room 101 near the front entrance. All cakes must include flour, eggs, butter and sugar. You can include other things too, like fruit or chocolate if you want. If you have any questions, ask Mrs. Pallister. That's Pallister. When you arrive, she will give you a number and ask for your name. Put the number next to your cake. Last year's prize was a scooter, but this year we're giving the winner a camera. So we're hoping for some really good cakes.
Listen again.
Unit 3. Listening, Part 2. Exercise 3.
For these questions, write the correct answer in each gap. You will hear a teacher talking to her class about a cake competition. Write one word, or a number, or a date or a time.
At Cooking Club next week, we're having a cake competition. You can make the cake at home over the weekend and bring it to school. Here's the information. It's on Monday, the 3rd of May. School starts at 9 o'clock as usual, and all cakes need to be on their plates and ready at 9:45. That's when the head teacher will look at them and decide which one is best. The competition will be in the room next to the school kitchen. That's room 425. You can ask for directions from room 101 near the front entrance. All cakes must include flour, eggs, butter and sugar. You can include other things too, like fruit or chocolate if you want. If you have any questions, ask Mrs. Pallister. That's Pallister. When you arrive, she will give you a number and ask for your name. Put the number next to your cake. Last year's prize was a scooter, but this year we're giving the winner a camera. So we're hoping for some really good cakes.
Okay, Sarah, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what's number 1?
8:45.
8:45 or 9:45?
9.
Yes, I think 9:45. Because the school starts at 9 and the cakes should be ready at 9:45.
Yes, 9.
Right. طيب. Which room?
424.
424 or 425? Okay, 425. And you will listen again to double check, no problem. The cakes must include flour, butter, sugar, and
Fruit and chocolate, eggs.
so we need one word.
Eggs.
Eggs, perfect. Okay, here you must include. But the fruit, vegetables, or any other stuff based on your taste or decision. But it must include eggs. طيب, for more information, Mrs.
Balista.
How to write it?
P A
Okay. Okay.
double L
Okay.
I S
R or I?
I
Okay.
T
Mm-hmm.
A
A R or ER? Listen and double
ER.
check. Yes, you will listen again, no problem. Type price.
Camera.
Can I say a camera?
No.
No, because if you say a camera mean 2 words. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Type. Now listen again to double check, please. Listen again.
Unit 3. Listening. Part 2. Exercise 3.
For these questions, write the correct answer in each gap. You will hear a teacher talking to her class about a cake competition. Write one word, or a number, or a date, or a time.
At Cooking Club next week, we're having a cake competition. You can make the cake at home over the weekend and bring it to school. Here's the information. It's on Monday, the 3rd of May. School starts at 9 o'clock as usual, and all cakes need to be on their plates and ready at 9:45. That's when the head teacher will look at them and decide which one is best. The competition will be in the room next to the school kitchen. That's room 425. You can ask for directions from room 101 near the front entrance. All cakes must include flour, eggs, butter, and sugar. You can include other things too, like fruit or chocolate if you want. If you have any questions, ask Mrs. Pallister. That's Pallister. When you arrive, she will give you a number and ask for your name. Put the number next to your cake. Last year's prize was a scooter, but this year we're giving the winner a camera. So we're hoping for some really good cakes.
Okay, Sarah. Now, is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. So I give you another practice, but this time in the workbook. So again, listening part 2. Okay, so please try to pay more attention and try to write correct spelling, right? So please open
Yes.
your workbook, this page. Okay, this page. Page 14. Okay. Page 14. Listening
Okay.
part 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So listen. I'll give you half a minute. Please read the questions before you listen. And again, try to guess or try to expect the required piece of information. Is it a number? Is it a time or a date or a word?
Okay. Doctor, I don't
Yes.
see screen.
Okay, sorry, I'll share it again. this one. Now, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now let's listen. Audio 4.
Unit 3. Listening, Part 2. Exercise 1. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one word, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a woman on the radio talking about a festival.
Now, news of a big event coming to the city soon. It's called the International Festival, and it's about food from all over the world. So, put the date in your diaries. The school year ends on the 16th of July, and this'll be on the day after, the 17th. You might remember last year there was an event like this in King's Park. Well, this year it's going to be bigger, so it'll be in Summer Park. That's opposite the shopping centre. They're expecting lots of people to go, and it'll be open from 2:30 till 7 p.m. So get there early if you want to try different things to eat from all over the world. There will be at least 75 different countries selling things. And you'll get a free gift if you're one of the first 150 visitors. There will be a cook at the festival making pasta, and you can make some too. You can also buy some delicious cakes to take home. So, see you there.
Listen again.
Yes.
Unit 3. Listening, Part 2. Exercise 1. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one word, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a woman on the radio talking about a festival.
Now, news of a big event coming to the city soon. It's called the International Festival, and it's about food from all over the world. So, put the date in your diaries. The school year ends on the 16th of July, and this'll be on the day after, the 17th. You might remember last year there was an event like this in King's Park. Well, this year it's going to be bigger, so it'll be in Summer Park. That's opposite the shopping centre. They're expecting lots of people to go, and it'll be open from 2:30 till 7 p.m. So get there early if you want to try different things to eat from all over the world. There will be at least 75 different countries selling things. And you'll get a free gift if you're one of the first 150 visitors. There will be a cook at the festival making pasta, and you can make some too. You can also buy some delicious cakes to take home. So, see you there.
Okay, Sarah, are you done?
Yes.
Would you like to listen again?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. One more time. How many questions are remaining?
2.
2 questions. Okay, now again, listen, double check, and complete, please.
Unit 3. Listening, Part 2. Exercise 1. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one word, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a woman on the radio talking about a festival.
Now, news of a big event coming to the city soon. It's called the International Festival, And it's about food from all over the world. So put the date in your diaries. The school year ends on the 16th of July, and this'll be on the day after, the 17th. You might remember last year there was an event like this in King's Park. Well, this year it's going to be bigger, so it'll be in Summer Park. That's opposite the shopping centre. They're expecting lots of people to go, and it'll be open from 2:30 till 7 p.m. So get there early if you want to try different things to eat from all over the world. There will be at least 75 different countries selling things. And you'll get a free gift if you're one of the first 150 visitors. There will be a cook at the festival making pasta, and you can make some too. You can also buy some delicious cakes to take home. So, see you there.
Okay, Sarah, done?
Yes.
Okay, so what's number one?
70 July.
So here, the date, again, please.
70 July.
17 or 7?
17.
Yes, exactly. 17th of July. Type, what is the name of the place?
Summer.
Yes, how to write it?
SUM
Okay.
ER.
Yes, SUMMER. Okay, so here you should write capital S. Why? Because it's a proper noun. It's the name, park name. So write it capital, like the Dammam Park. So you should write capital D and capital P.
Yes.
What about when does or what time does the festival open?
2:30.
Perfect. So 2:30. Perfect. Till 7 p.m. How many visitors will get free gift?
150.
Wonderful. Great. 150. Visitors can make
Pasta.
pasta. How to write it?
PASTA.
Wonderful. That's it. Excellent. Now I think listening part 2 is quite easy for you. Okay. Now let's stop sharing this and continue our students' book lessons here. Let's start the next one. Right. So after listening, we need to, yes, continue grammar. Yesterday, Sarah, I explained, just to remind you, countable and uncountable nouns.
Yes.
Today you have more details about the same lesson. More details about the same lesson. Right? We have quantifiers. Let me write here. Here, nouns. Okay.
Yes.
So here, nouns, countable, uncountable. Now I'll give you some quantifiers. Which words come with countable and which words come with uncountable? The first one, a lot of. You can say, I have a lot of apples for the trip. Again, I have or we have a lot of apples. So apples here, countable. Also, you can You can say, I have a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar. Or there is a lot of sugar in my tea. So a lot of can be used for both countable and uncountable noun, but the sentence must be positive. لازم الجملة تكون مثبتة. Okay, Sarah? طيب, what about many? I don't have many friends in my new job. I don't have many books in my library. So many come with countable only, but the sentence must be negative. The same, much. I don't have much money to buy a new car. Again, I don't have much money to buy a new car. So much is used with uncountable nouns only. And the sentence should be or must be in negative. Right. So a lot of, many, a lot of, much. What about a few? A few means al-qalil min. I have a few bananas for breakfast. I have a few bananas for breakfast. I have a little water in my bottle. So here, little with uncountable noun, a few with countable nouns. Okay, Sarah, does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so here we have 5 quantifiers. A lot of can be used both, but the sentence must be positive. Many with countable only, and much with uncountable only, but the sentence should be negative or a question. Negative or a question. For example, how many papers have you got for the test? How much money do you need to buy a big house? Here a question. We use a few to show the الرقم قليل, but we use it for countable only. I have a few pens for the test. A little water, a little sugar, and so on. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now, please, let me stop sharing this. I'll give you, okay, this one. Here. Okay, a few, a little, a lot, much, many. So, Maya wants to enter the cake competition. Listen and complete the conversation with words from the books. Okay, Sarah? So, you will listen and choose one of those. A few should be used 2 times. A few, a little 1 time, a lot 1 time, much 1 time, many 1 time. Ready to listen?
Yes.
Okay, so please have a look quickly before we start listening. This audio 21.
Unit 3. Grammar. Exercise 1.
I want to make a cake for the cake competition.
What do you need?
Let's see. Eggs.
How many do you need?
Just a few. 3, I think. I also need a little milk for my recipe.
How much do you need?
I don't need a lot of milk, just half a cup. And it's a lemon cake, so I think I'll need a few lemons.
Really? How many?
Let me see. Oh, actually, I only need 1.
Again,
Yes.
listen again.
Unit 3. Grammar. Exercise 1.
I want to make a cake for the cake competition.
What do you need?
Let's see. Eggs?
How many do you need?
Just a few. 3, I think. I also need a little milk for my recipe.
How much do you need?
I don't need a lot of milk, just half a cup. And it's a lemon cake, so I think I'll need a few lemons.
Really? How many?
Let me see. Oh, actually, I only need 1.
Okay, Sarah, done?
Yes.
Would you like to listen again?
Okay.
Okay, one more time.
Unit 3. Grammar. Exercise 1.
I want to make a cake for the cake competition.
What do you need?
Let's see. Eggs?
How many do you need?
Just a few. 3, I think. I also need a little milk for my recipe.
How much do you need?
I don't need a lot of milk, just half a cup. And it's a lemon cake, so I think I'll need a few lemons.
Really? How many?
Let me see. Oh, actually, I only need 1.
Done, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 here. Yes, please, you are Maya and I am Dad. So yes, you can start, please.
2, a few.
A few, yes, just a few. I
Uh,
also need
a little. A
perfect
little.
a little milk, yes. Next,
How much do you need?
perfect. How much do you need?
I don't need a lot of milk.
Yes, a lot of milk.
A
I
few.
need, okay, I need a few lemons, just 1. Here, really, how?
Many.
Perfect. Let me see. Oh, actually, I need 1. Okay. Again, if you consider the noun after any quantifier, you see here, how many do you need? Because ask about what? The number of eggs. So how many eggs do you need? Just a few. Why say a few? Because of what? Eggs again. Type now about the milk. So I also need milk. Here milk uncountable, so say a little. Here, why say how much? Because ask about how much milk do you need? I don't need a lot of milk. As I told you, a lot of should be countable or uncountable.
Uncountable.
Yes, here ask about lemons, so a few lemons countable. Again, how many lemons? Okay, Sarah, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, please, this is for you. I'll give you 2 minutes. Please answer exercise 1, exercise 3. Just choose the right word in each question.
Okay.
And please consider the noun before you answer. The type of noun, is it countable or uncountable? Okay, Sarah, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So number one,
How many?
how many chocolate have we got, or how much chocolate have we got? Chocolate, what type of this word? Countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Can you say chocolates or a chocolate? Unfortunately, it's uncountable word. So how much chocolate have we got? Chocolate like rice, like water, like salt. So how much chocolate? The answer, we have got much or a lot of chocolate left.
We have got much.
But much should be negative. And the sentence here, we've got.
A lot of. Because
Exactly.
countable or uncountable.
Exactly. And also here, the sentence is positive. The sentence here is positive. So you should use a lot of, right? Here, a lot of, here, much. Because of what? Chocolate, uncountable. And here, why here a lot of? Because the sentence is positive. It's bad. Right. The next one.
How much?
Exactly, because juice, uncountable. This is correct. How much? Just?
A little.
Exactly, because I mean a little juice. So leave some for me. Type apples. Do you
How
eat?
many?
How many? Of course, here countable. Type a few or a little? About 3.
A few.
Perfect.
A few.
And apples. Perfect. Type brothers have you got?
How many?
Exactly how many? I've got 7. That's all brothers.
A lot. A lot of
Exactly, a
brothers.
lot of. Yes, a lot of. I can say a little. Why? Because a little with countable only, uncountable only. Type sandwiches do you want?
How many?
How many? The last one, just
A few.
a few. Wonderful, Sarah. Excellent. Type now. Here we have some vocabulary related to food phrases. Look at the menu. What would you like to eat and drink? Imagine, Sarah, you are in a restaurant or in a cafe and you would like to order something to eat for breakfast. Okay, so let me know, what would you like to choose? What would you like to eat? Here, the food, the menu, and here drink or drinks menu. What would you like to eat and what would you like to drink for breakfast?
Cheese.
Okay, cheese,
Juice.
cheese, and juice, right?
Juice. Yes.
Okay, you mean a cheese sandwich with
Yes.
orange juice? With orange juice, for example?
Yes.
Okay, so now, Sarah, what would you do? You will listen to 3 people talking about breakfast. What does each one have for breakfast? You will listen to 3 people. They are Becky, B for Becky, T for Tina, M for Mary, or Mary. Next to each menu item, right? Okay. So
Yes.
listen carefully and write B for Becky, T for Tina, M for Mary next to each item. Next to each item. For example, milk. Who would like to have milk for breakfast? B. B means Becky. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so let's listen and then answer. You will listen twice. This one.
Unit 3. Vocabulary. Exercise 2.
Becky, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I have a glass of milk and some eggs.
How many eggs do you have?
2 usually, and sometimes a piece of cheese.
Tina, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have a slice of toast and a bowl of cereal.
And to drink?
Coffee.
How many cups?
Just one.
Murray, how much coffee do you drink at breakfast?
None. I don't drink coffee. I have a healthy breakfast.
What do you usually eat?
A plate of fruit and a bottle of mineral water. Sometimes Mum buys a box of cereal and I have a bowl of that too.
One more time. Listen again.
Unit 3. Vocabulary. Exercise 2.
Becky, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I have a glass of milk and some eggs.
How many eggs do you have?
2 usually, and sometimes a piece of cheese.
Tina,
طيب. Sarah, let me ask you about Becky. What does he usually or what does she usually have for breakfast?
Milk.
So let me say, please, a glass of milk. Okay.
Yes. Some
Okay.
egg.
Okay. 2 eggs
Yes. And cheese.
and a piece of cheese. And a piece of cheese, right? Okay. Now the second one, Tina.
what do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have a slice of toast and a bowl of cereal.
And to drink?
Coffee.
How many cups?
Just one.
Murray,
What about Tina?
Coffee and toast.
Okay. Yes, a slice of toast, a cup of coffee only,
1.
and a bowl of cereal. Tina, right? Right.
Yes.
What about Mary, the last one?
how much coffee do you drink at breakfast?
None. I don't drink coffee. I have a healthy breakfast.
What do you usually eat?
A plate of fruit and a bottle of mineral water. Sometimes Mum buys a box of cereal and I have a bowl of that too.
Okay, Sarah. So which one do you like best? Which one of them has healthy breakfast in your opinion? Does he or she, Becky or Tina or Marilu? And why, please?
Milk.
Why? Why does Mary, in your opinion, have a healthy breakfast? Yes. Yes, Sarah?
Mm,
Mhm. Because she has a bowl of fruit, okay, and a mineral water, and
Yes.
sometimes she has a bowl of cereal, right? So this exercise, Sarah, introduces this one here. We need to have quantity words to show how much do you need with uncountable words. Imagine you need to buy water. How can you request the supermarket or the shop owner or the shop assistant to give you water? What should you say? I need water, or I need a bottle of water, or I need... How can you define? How can you decide the amount of water you need? You can say a bottle of water, a glass of water. Look here, a, here of. So you can say a bottle of water, for example.
Water.
Or you can say a glass of water. Right? When you say, please give me a bottle of water, he will give you one. Then if you need more, you can say, please give me 5 bottles of water. Give me 6 bottles of water, and so on. So if you have more than one, you can write S to bottle, but I can't add S to water. That's why I need to write here this frequency word before the uncountable nouns. Clear, Sarah?
Yes.
What about milk? Look at the picture.
A cup of milk.
No, a cup, a small one. But milk, as you see in the picture, okay? A glass.
A glass.
Perfect. You can say a glass of milk, or a glass of water, or a glass of juice. Because people usually use glasses to drink coffee, to drink juice, to drink milk, to drink water. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Type. What about slice? Slice.
A slice of bread.
Okay, a slice of bread, as you see, يعني شريحة. Or a slice of meat, or a slice of cheese, or a piece of cheese. Both are right.
Yes.
Type. What about cup? Here, as you see, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. Okay. Type. Another one. What about a bowl? Like one. How would children or sometimes adults eat cereals? So in a bowl of cereals. Okay, or a bowl of, here as you see in this one, a bowl of salad, or a bowl of fruit.
A bowl of fruit.
Yes.
Yes.
Different types of food, as you see. Type a can, like this one. You can say a can of cola, or a can of Pepsi. Okay. Type. What about a box?
A box of cake.
A box of cake, okay, or a slice of cake, or a box of cereal, as you see. Okay. Type plate. Plate. A plate of rice, a plate of meat, for example, a plate full of meat. So a plate صحن يعني. Okay. A plate of, what can you see here?
Fruit.
Maybe, yes, I think you can use it. Meat, maybe rice. It depends, right? So please, Sarah, listen again, and they try to give me, or try to write down the words or the expressions you hear in the listening. Okay? Like what? A bowl of cereal, like this. A cup of coffee, or a cup of coffee. Clear? So now listen again and please focus on the phrases, the food phrases.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes. Now listen.
Unit 3. Vocabulary. Exercise 2.
Becky, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I have a glass of milk and some eggs.
How many eggs do you have?
2 usually, and sometimes a piece of cheese.
Tina, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have a slice of toast and a bowl of cereal.
And to drink?
Coffee.
How many cups?
Just one.
Murray, how much coffee do you drink at breakfast?
None. I don't drink coffee. I have a healthy breakfast.
What do you usually eat?
A plate of fruit and a bottle of mineral water. Sometimes Mum buys a box of cereal, and I have a bowl of that too.
Okay. Done?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can you read them, please?
A glass of milk,
A glass of milk,
a piece of cheese,
a piece of cheese. Good.
a slice of toast,
Toast. Perfect.
a plate of fruit.
Perfect. A plate of fruit. Yeah. Anything else?
A cup of coffee.
Yes, a cup of coffee. Good. And a bottle of water or mineral water.
Yes.
Right? Well done.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. So now, Sarah, what should we do here? Reading part 5. Reading part 5. Actually, this part is one of the most challenging parts in the reading. Why? Because you will be given a quite short passage like this, as you see, and you need to write one word only in each gap to complete the passage or write a meaningful passage. One word only. So how many gaps can you see? From 1 to 6. You must write one word only in each gap. Type. Of course, here, no choices. You must use your own words. But what are options? What are the options that you may use here? You may need a verb. Yes, please give me your full attention, Sarah. And it will be the last part in our session tonight. To answer this part, you need to write a verb like verb to be, like am, is, are, or any verb like no. A quantifier like what we mentioned today, like many, much, a few, a little, a lot of, or a preposition, حرف جر, like on, at, in, or a pronoun, ضمير, like he, she, I, you, me, or a question word, like when, what, how.
Okay.
Or sometimes we use a linker like what, and, so, because. This makes sense? Okay,
Yes.
Sarah. So how to answer this question? You should read, if you have time, read the whole passage to familiarize yourself with the content of the passage. Or another way, you can read sentence by sentence and consider the word before the gap and after the gap. For example, hi Sue, it's my birthday Friday. It's my birthday Friday. So here Friday. So exactly, we must use on with days, on Friday, on Sunday, and so on. Would you like I answered that. Okay. So would you? Yes. So why? Because here idiom. So would you to come to my house for dinner? So if you want to invite people to your house, what should you say? Would you? Here, would you like? Would you like to come? يسعدنا
Yes.
ويشرفني to come to my house for dinner. Clear, Sarah?
Yes.
Right. Can you complete, please? What about two? My parents say I can invite a friends. Here, a friends. So what do you need here? Do you need a verb or a quantifier or a preposition or a pronoun or a question word? A friends again. Here, a friends.
Pronoun.
No. Pronoun like he, she, no. Here, ya Sarah, a. So you can say, hey, a few, a little, right? Here, friends, countable nouns. So I can't say a little. So you say what? A few. Just write few. Why? Because a few, two words, as I told you. So just write here few. Is it clear?
Yes.
Type. Another one. Tom and Sophie coming. Tom and Sophie coming. خلي بالك هنا ing. وهير Tom and Sophie. So what
They
you
are.
need here? Exactly, perfect. Here we need verb to be. Why? Because here ing. So are coming. It's going to be fun. Time can you get to me or to my house? خلي بالك هنا question here. So
What
time.
time?
Perfect. What time? So we need here a word question or a question word. Type next. You don't have to bring anything. There will be lots cake.
Of.
Exactly of. Lots of. Here we need a preposition because lots you must write of. Cake and lemonade. I hope you can come. Please call me my phone when you have time. Call me my phone when you have time. What we need here? We need a preposition. We need a preposition. حرف جر. Okay. So what should you write here?
At. No.
On my phone. Call
On.
me on my phone. Yes. يعني كلمة على تليفوني. Call me on my phone. Laptop. When you have time. So here on my phone. Okay, Sarah, is it clear?
Yes.
Like now, to be more familiar with this question, please, I'll give you another one. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Do the same. Write one word only to complete the passage. You can answer questions 1 to 4 and then 5 to 6. Yes, let's do it together. You can read it. Hi, Josh. How are you? My name is Marcus and I live in north of Germany, in Hamburg.
A
No. With the directions, because we have unique directions, so you say the. I live in the north. Okay, in the north of. I
The
live, yeah, the north of Germany,
okay.
in Hamburg. I live in the east of Saudi Arabia, in Dammam, for example. Okay, go ahead. I live with my parents and older brother. My favorite hobby is making pizza. I always make a big one, my friends, to eat when they come to my house. I always make a big one, my friends, to eat. 4, perfect.
Or 2.
Yes, 4. Yes, for someone. Type. You like to be my pen friend? You like to be my pen friend? Here a question. You like to be. What should you say to invite someone to your house? يسعدني, يشرفني, like
When?
this. Would you like? Would you like? Would you like to come? لك مزاج, يعني تحب تشرفنا. Would you like to be my friend? Okay. Write and tell all about yourself. Write and tell all about yourself. Write and tell all about yourself. We need what? After tell. What should you write after tell? Tell me? No. Write and tell me. Tell me all about yourself. كلمنا عن نفسك. Or write about yourself. طيب, now this is the reply. Hi, Marcus. I'd love to be pen friend. I'd love, يسعدني, يشرفني. I'd love to be pen friend. I live in Italy and I go to school every day. I enjoy cooking too. I can send you some great pizza recipes you want. So I'd love to be pen friend. What you need to hear? Use a pronoun or a verb. Your. I'd love to be your pen friend. I'd love to be your pen friend. Okay, Sarah?
Yes.
Type the next one. I enjoy cooking too. I can send you some great pizza recipes you want.
If.
Yes, perfect. If you want. Write soon, Josh. That's it. Okay. So is it clear now? Reading part 5?
Yes.
Okay. So what did you study tonight, Sarah? It's a quite long lesson, but what did you study?
How many?
Yes,
And how much?
quantifiers. Yes, how to use quantifiers, like how
Yes.
many,
Yes.
much, a few, a little.
Vocabulary.
And vocabulary, yes. Food phrases like a piece of, a glass of, okay, a slice of, a cup of. Perfect.
And listening.
Yes, listening to people describing their favorite food for breakfast. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Sarah. Please listen again. Try to listen again to the audios in the workbook and the student's book. and complete all the related questions in the workbook, please. And you can answer students' book again. B'awnillah Rabbil Alameen. In our next session, it will be the last session in Unit 3. We are about to finish, just we have only one. We can finish it at the beginning of our next lesson. Only speaking part 3. And then, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen, continue Unit 4. Okay, Sarah? Any
Inshallah.
questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Take care. Fi amanillah. Thank you.